नहीं।
जी यदि स्टार्ट किया था।
जो स्टार्ट हो गया, आप करें स्टार्ट।
अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। इन्ना अअतैनाकल कौसर फसल्लि लिरब्बिका वन्हर इन्ना शानियका हुवल अब्तर। सदक़ल्लाहुल अलिय्युल अज़ीम। Dear participants, my name is Abdul Salam and I am convener PIPFA Faisalabad branch committee. I am fellow member of PIPFA, associate member of ICAP. I welcome all the participants in today's webinar on how to move up from a manager to a corporate leader by our distinguished speaker, Mr. Ansaar Qureshi. I appreciated the efforts of Team PIPFA Faisalabad, especially Mr. Naeem Akhtar, Additional Director PIPFA, and Ali Ousja in organizing this web event. I would like to introduce well-known speaker of the day. Mr. Ansaar Qureshi is a certified business coach in Pakistan, qualified from Action Coach USA, world's #1 business coaching firm, having footprint in 70 countries. He is a member of IPA, IFA, IFC, CPA, and ICAP. Mr. Ansaar Qureshi has worked 25 plus years with top-notch national companies as director, C-level board positions. Since 2014, he is managing his own consulting and business under the banner Icon Professionals, Nexa Consulting Private Limited. I will welcome Mr. Ansar Qureshi in today's webinar and would like to listen from him. Sir, over to you.
I am honored. I am humble. Thank you very much, Abdul Salam Saab, and thank you very much, Team PIPFA Faisalabad, for giving me an opportunity to showcase my talent in front of the elite PIPFA members community in Faisalabad and anyone watching around the globe. So it's an honor and it's a pleasure always to work with an organization, prestigious organization, I must say, like PIPFA. And I am delighted to present my presentation today that how to move from manager to a corporate leader. Assalam. Before we start the meeting, let me introduce myself first. So hi everyone, I am Ansaar Qureshi and you are watching me live in action in this webinar. I am a business coach. What a business coach does. Business coach is a business doctor. So I am a business doctor helping people to succeed by inspiring growth through business transformation. So when I say business transformation, I mean not a digital transformation. I mean to say a transformation at the top level and at the bottom line. Dear friends, let me inform you that Business coaching and business consulting is my profession, and training is my passion. And I am humble to present my case now. So let's start and begin the presentation. So, dear friends, let me begin. The only failure in life is fail to participate. The only failure in life is the failure to participate. You give me your 100%, and I promise I will give you my 100%. And how is it possible in a webinar form where we are not physically present? We cannot see each other physically, but still you have plenty of option to take an active participation in this event by raising question, by raising hands, by answering questions. So you will get fair chance of taking active participation. My humble request would be to remain actively involved, engaged with this presentation till the very end. You know, training is an event and learning is a process, and we are all here to learn something. So let's learn from each other experience and see how far we can go. So dear friends, can you see this slide? Okay. Do you want to be a big fish in small pond? A, or a small fish in big pond? Let me repeat my question, and you'll have to answer it by choosing or selecting option A for a big fish for a small pond, or a small fish in a big pond. So what do you want to achieve? The time is clicking, please. Option A or option B? So please raise your hands. Remember, the only failure in life is fail to participate. Those who are not participate should feel encouraged to participate in this questionnaire. So you want to be a big fish in small pond? That's the answer. I will give you my feedback on this almost at the end of the event, or you can raise a separate question. Why option A? Why not option B? And what is the best possible scenario we can go into? Ladies and gentlemen, dosto, 3 C's of life are very important in life. Everybody gets 3 C's in his or her life. These are the chance, choice, and change. So you are also having these 3 C's in your life right now. How? आपके पास क्या है? You got the chance. PIPFA ने एक chance create किया एक training session का to add knowledge. It was your choice to come and take active participation in this session. This was your choice. Now, the change, that is important. If after this learning event, if you do not change, then this is a point of concern. So chance, choice, and change. Har aadmi ko, everybody gets a chance in his life to change his life. So you must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. So do you agree with this? Those who agree, please raise your hand. Okay, fear. दुनिया का इंतहाई खतरनाक वर्ड है fear. बहुत सारे लोगों को बहुत सारे fears होते हैं. I also have so many fears around. किसी को हाइट का फियर है, किसी को डेथ का फियर है, किसी को बीमारी का फियर है, किसी को कोविड का फियर है, किसी को अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का फियर है, किसी को बीवी का फियर है और किसी को नौकरी का फियर है. ये फियर है. वी ऑल लिव विद दिस फियर. डोंट यू थिंक? यस, वी ऑल लिव इन द स्टेज ऑफ फियर. अब जब हमारे ऊपर फियर होते हैं तो दोस्तों क्या होता है, हम अपने आप को लिमिट कर लेते हैं. हम कहते हैं सेल्फ सेबोटाज. जब हमारे ऊपर कोई खौफ तारी होता है तो हमारी जो ज़हनी सलाहियतें हैं वो कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाती हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड सेल्फ सेबोटाज. मैं आपके साथ एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग इवेंट शेयर करना चाहता हूँ. हुआ ये कि जब आई वाज इन यूएस फॉर अ ट्रेनिंग, बिजनेस कोचिंग के सिलसिले में विद मार्कन एंड सो मेनी कोचेस were there around the world, so many cultural mix was also there. They demonstrated that what is the fear and how this fear sabotage your feeling. That is important to understand. उन्होंने कहा जी let's see, हम क्या करते हैं, we will design an ad. Suppose a CFO required, qualification, CPA, experience, this, with the skill set, this. And at the end, we mentioned the amount of salary that was 250,000 US dollar per annum. You know, $250,000 per annum is a huge salary, maybe for that standard. So we waited for the response, and you know, in the US, response comes very quickly because बहुत सारे applicant जो होते हैं, उन्होंने वो जो headhunters हैं, उनके पास दी होती है application, and you immediately receive applications. So after a couple of days, we just received 3 applications. We received 3 applications. That was very astonishing. That's such a lucrative job with a lot of perks and salary, and only 3 applicants in the US. What is this? Okay, we changed. हमने वही ad with a different name company, क्योंकि वहाँ पे post box चलते हैं. We again circulated, same specs, same designation, everything was the same. What we did, we changed the amount of salary. हमने $2,50,000 को कम करके $1,50,000 कर. So you know what happened? Applications overflowing from everywhere. So same designation with the same everything, but lesser amount of salary. People were willing to work. You know, what was that? The same thing, higher salary. People just believe because of their self-disbelief that they are not fit, or maybe their current salary is not close to that amount, so probably they are misfit. Things changed, response changed. So this is called a fear. This fear takes you down. Now it is your choice. Go back to 3 C's. What is that? It is your choice how you deal with the fear. You forget everything and run, or you face everything and rise. So what is your choice? Please tell me what is your choice. Let me understand आप लोगों की क्या choice है. What do you want exactly? What do you want? Do you want to rise or you want to run? Please keep me involved. Show me your interest. I'm taking a pause. You want to rise, you want to run. So you want to rise. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, we have to get out of the fear if we want to move up on any scale. That is very important. Fear को एक side पे park कर दीजिए and think for the growth. So are you with me? Okay. Now, I'll take you to a story, very interesting story. This is a story I'm sure you must have noticed it somewhere, but let me begin it if someone is not aware of it, and for the benefit of those who are not familiar with the story. So actually what happened, 2 friends were hiking in the jungle. Those jungle में hiking कर रहे थे. तो क्या हुआ, एक दोस्त ने अपना बैग खोला और उसमें से अपने नाइट उठा और पूछा, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, क्या तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम टाइगर से ज्यादा तेज भाग सकते हो? व्हाट डू यू थिंक, कैन यू रन फास्टर देन टाइगर? दिस वाज द क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड बाय द अदर फ्रेंड. एनी गेस व्हाट वाज द आंसर? आई एम टेकिंग अ पॉज. You know the answer because you are now here in the class where you have to move up on the corporate ladder. So I will take you up to the corporate ladder in a befitting way. So if this was your answer, I welcome you to the corporate world. So how many are here with the right answers? Raise your hands. आप में से कितने दोस्त हैं जिन्होंने बिल्कुल ठीक गेस किया? ओके, वेलकम टू द कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड. तो दोस्तों, हुआ क्या है कि जो हमारी दुनिया है कुछ इस तरह है कि एवरी मॉर्निंग इन अफ्रीका a gazelle, एक हिरन, wakes up and he realizes that if he has to survive the day, he has to run faster than the fastest cheetah. Every gazelle has to run faster than the fastest cheetah to save his life. And on the other hand, every morning चीते को ये एहसास है कि अगर उसने कुछ खाना है, if he has to live, if he has to eat something, he has to overturn the slowest gazelle. तो उसको एक सुस्त हिरन का शिकार करना है. Very cruel. This is the African world. But दोस्तों, हमारी कॉर्पोरेट दुनिया अफ्रीका के जंगल से बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ नहीं है. ठीक है, अगर आप चाहे चीता हैं या चाहे हिरन हैं, you have to run faster. You have to run faster to save your life. So our life, corporate life, is very similar to the life of jungle in Africa. Do you agree with this? So it's not an easy sailing. It's not an easy thing in the corporate world. Only fittest to survive. दोस्तों, जब आप आगे बढ़ रहे होंगे तरक्की के सफर में, बहुत सारे लोग आपको मशवरे देते हैं. जो देसी टोटके हैं मैं आपको वो भी बता देता हूँ. लोग आप ये कहेंगे कि आप अपने एक हाथ में मक्खन रखिए और एक हाथ में चूना रखें. जहाँ चूना लगे वहां चूना लगा दें, जहाँ मक्खन लगता हो वहां मक्खन लगा दें. Is this the way to get success? Is this the way to move up on the corporate ladder? Obviously, the answer is no. मैं ये कहता हूँ, now try to become a man of value rather than a man of success. वो एक पुरानी कोट है ना, pursue for excellence. Although excellence no one can achieve, but still you can achieve the success. वो एक इंडियन फिल्म है 3 Idiots, उसमें कहते हैं ना, परफेक्शन हासिल करने की कोशिश करो, परसू फॉर एक्शन, गो फॉर एक्सीलेंस, कामयाबी तुम्हारे पीछे झक मारती आ जाएगी. In the same way, pursue for excellence, success will follow you. So in this case, the moral of the story is only fittest to survive. So you make better yourself strong to survive, not in African jungle, but in the corporate jungle. Now, I'm sure by now you are ready to move up on the corporate ladder. I'm sure you all are. सब लोग तैयार हैं आप इस कॉर्पोरेट लेडर को ऊपर चढ़ने के लिए? कितने लोग हैं? Those who are interested, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Those who want to move up on the corporate ladder. Those who want to give up, please give up. Participate, participate, participate. The only failure is failure to participate. Forget about the fear. Rise above your fear. Okay, plenty of hands have gone up. दोस्तों मैं एक बात आपको बताना चाहता हूँ. मैं कोई आपको फार्मूला ऑफ सक्सेस तो नहीं दे सकता कि ये एक पर्टिकुलर फार्मूला है 2+2+4 इज इक्वल टू सक्सेस. लेकिन मैं एक बात आपको जरूर बता सकता हूँ और वो ये है कि देयर इज अ फार्मूला ऑफ फेलियर. और वो फार्मूला ऑफ फेलियर क्या है? इज टू प्लीज एवरीवन. सो प्लीज अवॉइड प्लीजिंग everybody when you are moving up. So I'm glad कि आप सब लोग you are ready. So please fasten your seat belts. Now, दोस्तों होता क्या है कि जब लोग हमसे क्वेश्चन करते हैं एज ए बिजनेस कोच, एज ए मेंटोर, और लोग पूछना चाहते हैं, जानना चाहते हैं कि हमने आगे बढ़ना है, तरक्की करनी है, हमारी तरक्की की राह में क्या रुकावटें हैं. इट इज ट्रू, एवरीबॉडी गेट्स इन अ करियर एट सम टाइम ऑफ हिज करियर फॉर वन रीजन और द अदर, व्हाटएवर द रीजन इज, बट दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. मैं उनको एक जनरल गाइडलाइन देता हूँ इन द फॉर्म ऑफ 3 टिप्स. आज वो मैं 3 टिप्स अपने आप के साथ शेयर. अगर आपको पसंद आए तो 7 तालियां बजाइए, हाथ खड़े कीजिए ताकि मुझे एनकरेजमेंट मिलती रहे, मुझे हौसला मिलता रहे कि आप लोग यू आर लाइकिंग इट, यू आर एंजॉयिंग इट एंड यू आर लविंग इट. प्लीज शो योर एप्रिसिएशन. विल यू? इट्स अ प्रॉमिस. या पार्टिसिपेशन, लर्न न्यू स्किल्स. सबसे पहले न्यू स्किल्स. बड़ा ही चर्चा है कि जी आप लर्न करें न्यू स्किल्स. अब न्यू स्किल्स हैं क्या? तो दोस्तों स्किल्स बेसिकली 2 तरह के डिफाइन हुए हैं. वन इज कॉल्ड हार्ड स्किल्स. हार्ड स्किल्स क्या है? दिस इज व्हाट योर टेक्निकल नॉलेज एंड एक्सपर्टीज इज. अगर आपने बीकॉम किया है, पिप्पा किया है, आईसीएमए किया है, आप सीए है, एमबीए हैं, किसी भी और प्रोफेशनल स्टडीज से हैं, जो भी आपने किया है, इंजीनियर हैं, डॉक्टर हैं, जो कुछ भी आप किया, दैट स्किल इज कॉल्ड योर हार्ड स्किल. इसको आईक्यू भी कहते हैं. So that is a skill which you get, which you earn to get into the job. But let me tell you that ye hard skills, yes, they can open the door of opportunities for you to enter in the organization. But if you want to remain in the organization for a longer period of time, you have to develop what? Soft skills. You need to develop soft skills. Here is a list on the right side. If you can look around, that is teamwork, adaptability, problem solving, creativity, work ethic, interpersonal skills, time management. कुछ मैंने लिखने की कोशिश किया. आई एम श्योर यू आर फेमिलियर विद दोस. अगर मैंने कोई स्किप कर दिया है, मेरे किसी दोस्त के जहन में इसके अलावा अगर कोई और सॉफ्ट स्किल आता है तो प्लीज डू शेयर with your other colleagues, with your other members, so they can also get benefit of your wisdom. So please feel involved. Please feel engaged. I encourage you to write down any soft skill which you think is also imperative if you have to learn any skill. Okay. Now, स्किल्स की बात हो रही है दोस्तों. इन स्किल्स के ऊपर स्टीफन कोवी ने अपनी किताब लिखी है 7 हैबिट्स ऑफ हाईली इफेक्टिव पीपल. उसकी जो 7th हैबिट है वो कह रही है शार्पन योर एक्स. शार्पन योर एक्स. व्हाट डज दैट मीन? अपने स्किल्स को शार्प करो. सो होता क्या है दोस्तों? When a fisherman is not going to the sea, you know what he does? He repairs his net. जब आपके पास टाइम हो, whenever you feel like you have a time, so please spend more time on repairing your net or learning new skills. That is important. स्टीफन कोवी कहता है कि अगर आपके पास एक कुल्हाड़ा है और आपने उससे दरख्त काटने हैं, तो अगर आप 8 घंटे काम करते हैं तो मेक श्योर आप 4 घंटे कम से कम अपने कुल्हाड़े को तेज कीजिए, उसकी रगड़ाई करें. दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो अगर आप कामयाब होना चाहते हैं तो यू हैव टू लर्न दीज सॉफ्ट स्किल्स. दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. एक सर्वे ये बताता है हमें कि पीपल विद वास्ट वैरायटी ऑफ सॉफ्ट स्किल्स have a better chances of moving up on the corporate ladder. ठीक है जी. ये एक प्री रिक्विजिट बन गई है आज की मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड में कि यू मस्ट हैव द सॉफ्ट स्किल्स. आई कैन easily understand my friends from the accounting profession, they lack certain skills, but it does not mean you lack in every soft skill I am talking about. I'm sure you must have few skills, but their level on a scale of 1 to 10 could vary. Somewhere you may be on 4, somewhere you may be on 8 or 9. But the important thing is you should start learning. Realize it. What are the skills you need to perform your job better? Learn those skills, and that will open new opportunities for you to enter in the bigger corporate world. So are you there? Now, my question to you, my top 5 are all hidden in this list. This is what I have been telling and preaching to all my clients, students, fellows, and peers, that my 5 leadership skills are. Any guess? I will appreciate अगर आप में से कोई गेस करे. अगर आपके किसी भी दोस्त के सेम स्किल्स मेरे स्किल्स के साथ मैच हुए, तो आई प्रॉमिस आई विल गिव यू अ पार्टी. सो लेट्स सी who is close to my top 5. Please list down. Please list down. Start writing. Start writing. Practice makes a man consistent. Practice makes a man consistent. जब आप लिखना शुरू करते हैं, you realize कि what is important. आप सिर्फ वही लिखते हैं what is important. जो important नहीं होता, we ignore. हम उसको लिखना नहीं चाहते, and that's the mistake. So you have to write. 3 participants raised hands. Okay, 3. Come on, do it. The only failure in life is fail to participate. Are you failing? Still early days, dear. Still early days, long way. It's a very long session. You have to live with this. Come on, if you have to learn, you want to learn, then you have to learn it. 4. One more. 5. Let me see who is coming. Who is the 5th? Okay, I'm going to reveal my top 5 leadership skills. So here you go. Please take a look. They will appear or blank for a while. So there you go, sir. My top 5 skills are communication, problem solving, decision making, team building, and negotiation. Communication, problem solving, decision making, team building, and negotiation. और आज का जो bonus skill है, which is very important skill these days, and that is emotional intelligence. That is emotional intelligence. Any guess? Let's see who is close. Please raise your hand. So if anyone is, you can claim your voucher. No. लेकिन you want to move up on the corporate ladder. मैंने कहा there are 3 tips. पहला टिप हमने कहा कि जी you have to learn new skills. Now improve your weaknesses. Okay दोस्तों, होता क्या है कि हर इंसान में कोई ना कोई weakness हो. No one is perfect. Everyone has certain weaknesses. जो अच्छे दोस्त होते हैं, जो अच्छे लीडर्स होते हैं, जो अच्छे मैनेजर्स होते हैं, they always work on improving their weaknesses, right? They improve their weaknesses and that's how they grow. What they do अपनी weaknesses को improve करने के लिए, the best thing is go back, sit down, open your personal SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? Forget about it. Let's talk about your strengths and weaknesses. These are 2 most important things. Your strengths are there. Make sure you capitalize them and use them to the best effect. And your weaknesses, you don't have to shy them. You don't have to get rid of them. You have to improve your weaknesses. Simple as that. If you are not improving yourself, I am telling you, you are not going to go anywhere up on the corporate ladder. So in order to move on the corporate ladder, you have to improve your weaknesses. Improve your weaknesses. पहला step क्या है? List down all your identify कीजिए. Now, next step is talk to someone who is close to you, maybe your parents, your other family members, brothers, siblings, your close friends, your colleagues. Talk to them. Ask for the opinion that what I should improve on. What I should improve on. That is important. That is important. You have to take a feedback. अगर आपकी list and your feedback list is the same, then make sure you have to overcome these weaknesses as quickly as possible. And that is key. Never forget about this. You have to improve your weaknesses. That is the key area which you have to move up. So as I said earlier, personal SWOT analysis, we all do. You are all familiar, all accountants familiar with the SWOT. Business SWOTs are बात करते हैं. Now think about your personal SWOT and do it quickly. My suggestion, recommendation, advice would be do it ASAP without wasting any time. So उसके बाद क्या है दोस्तों? अभी हमने कहा कि जो हमारा बोनस सॉफ्ट स्किल है वो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस है. आज की दुनिया में कहते हैं कि जी 85% high achievers, they have the higher EIQ. They have the higher emotional quotient. IQ is just 15% and emotional intelligence is 85% contributor in the success. Okay? अब emotional intelligence है क्या चीज? That is a vast field. लेकिन आपकी पर्सनल इंप्रूवमेंट के लिए आपके जो उसके 2 बेसिक चीजें हैं. पहली चीज सेल्फ इंप्रूवमेंट और जो दूसरी चीज है सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट. Just try on this, focus on it and improve these areas. And I'm sure this will really help you to grow in a big way. I'm sure you must be wondering, what is this Ludo all about? Are you curious? You want to know this? Why Ludo? Okay, let's imagine the game of Ludo. I'm sure everyone must have played it at some part of their life. It's a very common game. इसमें कुछ सीढ़ियां हैं, स्टेयर्स हैं, लैडर्स हैं और कुछ सांप हैं. अगर हम तशबीह दे दें, if we analyze them and make a case, कि ये जो ladders हैं, these are your strengths, और ये जो सांप बैठे हैं, ये हमारी weaknesses हैं. So you will realize if you start your career, so maybe your strengths will take you up and you move up. So as you will move up, what अब आपकी जो weaknesses हैं, they will haunt you. अब ये जो weaknesses हैं, they will drag you down. Now, if you might have noticed it, जैसे जैसे आप ऊपर चलते जाते हैं in the game of Ludo, the ladders disappear, होता क्या है कि सांप आपके सामने रहते हैं, तो वो 90 की जो दहाई आती है, 90 के जो नंबर्स आते हैं, वहां पे आपको कोई सीढ़ी, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ आपकी काम नहीं कर रही होती। वो एरिया वो है जहाँ पे आपने मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेंथ जो है वो गेन कर ली है। अब आपके पास गलती की गुंजाइश नहीं है। सो एनी मिस्टेक विल ड्रैग यू डाउन वे बैक, सो यू हैव टू रीस्टार्ट। सो क्वेश्चन वर्ड ऑफ द डे ये है कि प्लीज अवॉइड these mistakes when you are moving up on the corporate ladder. So they should not drag you down. जैसे आप नीचे जाएंगे, your energy level will also go down and you will have to restart. So that is very important that you follow these basic tips. Now, are you getting my point? Are you with me? Hello? Okay, thank you very much. जी, मेरा तीसरा tip, which I usually share with my friends. Identify and develop your talent. Okay, look at your screen. Look at your screen. There are 5 pictures. So 5 is very important today. Yeah? My top 5, these 5 pictures, so everything in 5 is a good number. Right? In 5 pictures, may say how many pictures you can easily recognize and know. Please just type it down. You know all 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or nothing. Just show me your presence by typing, clicking what number and how many people do you know here. So anybody? Two, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Okay. सबसे पहले देखिए, मैं आपको बताता हूँ आइडेंटिफाई एंड डेवलप योर टैलेंट है क्या, फिर मैं इन लोगों के सामने आता हूँ, या मैं उल्टा कर देता हूँ, पहले इन लोगों को आपके सामने रखता हूँ और फिर आपको इसकी जरूरत, नीड जो है वो क्या है, आपको टैलेंट डेवलप करने की वो क्या है. The first person on the screen with the big eyes is Mr. Bean. We all know this. A British character. ये साहब शायद स्टैमर करते थे, तोतले थे, ठीक से अल्फाज नहीं बोल सकते थे. अर्ली स्कूलिंग बड़ी इनकी वेवर्ड रही, और जब बड़े भी हुए तो स्कूल कॉलेज में बमुश्किल ये ही कुड क्वालिफाई एंड रिमेन. लेकिन जब जॉब करने की बारी आई तो ही वॉज अ डिफिकल्ट पिक बिकॉज ऑफ पुअर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. पुअर कम्युनिकेशन skills. Now, let's not forget, he is making millions of pound sterlings, millions of rupees, billions of rupees in Pakistan by performing, acting without any aid of speaking skill. एक लफ्ज बोले बगैर he is entertaining the audience across the globe and making a lot of money. So what he did, uski weakness, stammering, or uska talent, he combined them together and became very famous, popular actor all over the world. Does that make sense? Does that really inspire you? Okay, me too. Okay, let's look at the lady with the curly hairs, Oprah Winfrey. Okay. If you are not familiar with this lady or you do not know the background and history of this women, I must urge you, मैं आपसे request करूंगा, go read her success story. Very inspirational, very true story. Very true story. Very hardship. She is now a celebrity in US. Afro-American तो है ही है, we all know with the color of skin, Afro-American है, celebrity है, having so many TV channels, shows, million and billions of dollars in wealth. शायद आज से 2 साल पहले ये जो बड़ी फेमस एक तलाक हुई है, जेफ बेजोस, अमेजोन वाले की, उसकी बीवी now is the richest woman in US, in the world. उसके बाद शायद she is the second richest lady in the world. So how she made fortune out of those misfortunes, that is a real story to look into. Please go into it. Now, let's move to the third gentleman in the middle of the picture is none other than the famous legendary boxer Muhammad Ali, formerly known as Cossus Kille, adopted Islam, embraced Islam, and died as a Muslim. What a great athlete he was. You know what he was prior to the boxing champion? He was a soldier in the US Army. He quitted the army on a racial abuse and spent his time in fighting in the ring for a just cause. What a sportsman he is, what an athlete he is, what a human being he was. We all remember because he truly gave us an example that how the champions or the leaders truly develop. Now let's move on to the picture on the bottom. She is none other than the very famous rock star, pop star, US icon, Madonna. You know, again, what a history. What a history. I mean, just a bar girl used to serve drinks in a bar in a less known area, but she realized that she has a talent. What that talent was: good voice, singing, and acting to some extent, because she used to perform. So that talent really highlighted, stood up, and she became the iconic figure in the world, and a lot of people still admire for his singing. I hope it's another very interesting story जिसने अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाई किया टैलेंट को और डेवलप किया उस टैलेंट को एंड मेड अ मार्क इन द वर्ल्ड. That is a marvelous achievement. Now, the last person on the list at the top is Richard Quest. अगर आप में से कोई CNN देखता है दोस्त, देखते हैं आप CNN, तो Quest means business. अच्छा, इस आदमी की खसूसियत क्या है? पहले आप इसको CNN पे सुने, आपको ऐसे लगेगा कि जैसे किसी की आवाज इतनी ज्यादा फटी हुई है गले खराब की वजह से कि जो सो इरिटेटिंग, हाईली अनऑडिबल, अनएक्सेप्टेबल है, और स्टिल नॉट अ वेरी अट्रैक्टिव पर्सन, नॉट अ वेरी चार्मिंग पर्सनालिटी. But he made his mark with giving business reports from all over the world, and still his newsroom in the UK, in the London, under the CNN banner, is a source of great business information worldwide. He is a great man, knowing that he does not have the voice, he does not have the face which is required in the present situation, in the present glamorous world, whether it's a news media or it's the showbiz, whatever it is. But he survived, not only survived, but thrived. These are the few examples. I'm sure you can find many more from the pages, history books like KFC, Jack Ma stories. I mean, you name it, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, and everyone. Why should I forget anyone? But there are so many people, they exactly know what their talent was, and they really developed that talent, to sharpen that talent to that extent, to make an effect in the world. So if you want to move up on the corporate ladder, now you have to understand what real talent do you have in yourself? What real talent? When I say, maybe if you are a good accountant at the moment, ho sakta hai, maybe you can be a good auditor. Maybe you can a good tax practitioner. Maybe you can a good financial advisor. Or maybe you can a good singer. Maybe you can a good actor. Maybe you can a good painter. Please try to identify your talent and develop that talent. That is key factor in your promotion on the corporate ladder. That will really help you. I'm sure you are getting my point. यहाँ पे मैं एक बात और ऐड करता चलूँ दोस्तों, हमारे पास लोग सवाल पूछते हैं कि ये जो जितने भी लीडर हैं, चाहे कॉर्पोरेट लीडर्स हैं, चाहे रियल लाइफ लीडर्स हैं, हीरोज हैं, आर दे रियली बॉर्न? So my answer is no, they are not born. Only very few exceptions are always there. Leadership is a skill which can be learned. So please don't forget to learn this skill. आज के सेशन का मकसद ही यही है कि आप वो स्किल्स सीखें, वो खसूसियात अपने अंदर पैदा करें, वो महारत अपने अंदर पैदा करें, वो इंस्पिरेशन अपने अंदर पैदा करें, वो मोटिवेशन अपने अंदर पैदा करें, जिसके ऊपर आप चढ़ के सीढ़ियों पे बुलंदियों की इंतहा पे पहुंच सकें। अल्लामा इकबाल ने कहा ना, मोहब्बत मुझे उन जवानों से है सितारों पे जो डालते हैं कमन। तो मेरे भाई ये टाइम है, एम फॉर द मून, इफ यू मिस you will still land among stars. That is very important. Aim big, aim for the moon. That is very important. So are you here with me? बोर तो नहीं हो रहा? Please show your response. Okay, let's move on. Acha ji, who are the dreamers? I'm sure we all dream. We all dream. कोई भी ह्यूमन बीइंग ऐसा नहीं है who doesn't dream. लेकिन बात यह है कि हमारे ख्वाब हैं कैसे? क्या ये वो ख्वाब हैं जो हम रात को देखते हैं और सुबह भूल जाते हैं? It is fact that about 98% of the dreams जो हम रात में देखते हैं तो सुबह तक हमारी जहन से महव हो जाते हैं. We forget about them. हमें शायद वो सारे सीक्वेंसेस, कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, वो ख्वाब की सारी कैफियत याद नहीं रहती. We forget about these dreams. और ये वो ख्वाब हैं जो हम रात को देखते हैं, जिन पे हमारा इख्तियार नहीं है. We do not have control on these dreams. They randomly come into our mind due to any abnormal activity of mind or brain, and then they come in front of our eyes like a picture is moving. So these dreams are fine. We all can watch these dreams. लेकिन क्या आपने दिन में भी कभी ख्वाब देखे हैं? Daydreams, big dreams. तो दोस्तों, जो लोग दिन में ख्वाब देखने के आती हैं, they do not dream at nights. उनके दिन के जो ख्वाब हैं उनको रात में भी आके उनकी नींद में उनको डराते हैं, धमकाते हैं. Okay, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So if you want to achieve something, you have to dream something. और अगर आपका ड्रीम नहीं है तो obviously you are not achieving anything. You first have to define that what you want to achieve. अगर आपने कॉर्पोरेट लेडर ही पे चढ़ना है तो कौन सी लेडर है जिसके ऊपर आपने चढ़ना है और कैसे चढ़ना. That is very important. You must know the importance of dreams. We cannot live without dreams, but make sure your daydreams should make you a perfect professional. Now, what is that? Dreams के बाद क्या है जी? Everyone has a bucket list. I have a bucket list. हम लोगों से पूछते हैं कि जी आपकी ख्वाहिशात क्या है? What do you think? What is the success? Sometimes people cannot really explain क्योंकि उन्होंने कभी अपने ख्वाब, अपने ड्रीम्स को they never उन्होंने लिस्ट डाउन ही नहीं किया होता. जैसे मैंने कहा कि उनके लिए वो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं होते. That is why they never listed down. उन्हें पता ही नहीं है what is their bucket list, what they want to achieve, what is their dream, what they want to achieve and how they want to achieve. That's a big dilemma of so many people in this world. ये सिर्फ पाकिस्तानी नेशनल्स का फिनोमेना नहीं है, ये एशियंस का नहीं है, ये यूरोप और अमेरिकन में बहुत सारे लोग they are not aware of what is the importance of dreams and what is the importance of bucket list. That is very important. If you look around the dreams, if you look around the bucket list, and if you move on to the next picture, oh, what a beautiful mansion. I love it. What a car. Can you guess what car is this? Really? Did you ever enjoy? Did you ever imagine a dream that you have your own plane? You are flying across the world, across the globe, hitting the destinations of your choice whenever you want, wherever you want. Is it the dream? Is it the dream you want to achieve? Agar if your dreams are that big, I am glad you are with me. और अगर आपके ड्रीम बहुत छोटे हैं, so now it is the time to make them big. Make them big. You can make them big within this session. We still have time. We still have time. We can still think about it. We can still go into dreams, right? So make sure your bucket list is very important. So what is bucket list? Let me share you with my own experience. जब हम लोगों से बात करते हैं तो लोगों को तो नहीं पता, but I show them that what they actually want from life. So this is just a hypothetical scenario. You can rearrange the numbers according to your own choice. So what is this? Everybody requires a 6-digit salary. Oh, what a short. Six-digit salary. What an achievement. Or agar aap, if you already have achieved that 6-digit salary, don't worry. Just change the currency. Agar aap PKR mein 6-digit salary kama rahe hain, to just change it to dirhams. Think about dollars. Think about the pounds. Think about the Kuwaiti dinar. Make sure the million 6-digit is there. Just change the currency type so you will become a rich. 5-bedroom villa is a dream everyone think about. Yeah, 4 world tours at least. 3 kids. जाहिर है 2 कारें होनी चाहिए. 1 wife. Okay, आप अपना नंबर चेंज कर सकते हैं. Maybe 2 wives, 1 kid, 4 cars. Whatever you feel like, this is your bucket list. But make sure you start choosing your bucket list right now. It can be different from this, but it has to be somewhat like this. Are you getting my point? Mukesh Ambani के वालिद थे. He once said and introduced the philosophy, think big, think different. Think big, think different. So that is the key takeaway, that think big, think different when you are listing down your dreams, preparing your bucket list. Okay, दोस्तों, ये बातें तो बहुत हैं. ये सक्सेस सोचने से आती है, लेकिन ऐसा होता नहीं. सक्सेस तभी आती है जब आपके पास बर्निंग डिजायर हो. तो बर्निंग डिजायर है क्या चीज? बर्निंग डिजायर की शायद एक स्टोरी है कि मेरी नजर से गुजरी, हो सकता है आपकी नजरों से भी गुजरी हो. हुआ ये दोस्तों कि एक यंग मैन went to Socrates, सुकरात के पास गया और उससे पूछा कि what is the secret to success? जैसे आप मेरे से पूछ रहे हैं what is the secret, मैंने कहा कि शायद I cannot share any secret formula of success. तो सुकरात ने कहा ओके दोस्त, कल आना, मैं तुम्हें बताऊंगा कि what is the secret of success. The next day that gentleman came to Socrates' house. The Socrates took him to the lake. उसको एक झील पे ले गया. When they went close to the झील, now उसने उसको बाजू से पकड़ा, हाथ पकड़ा उसका और उसको started walking in the lake. शुरू में पानी थोड़ा था, लेकिन वो आगे बढ़ते रहे, चलते दोनों के कंधों तक पानी पहुंच गया. ऐसे ही किसी वक्त पे सुकरात ने क्या किया कि एकदम अपने हाथ पकड़ के उसके सर को पानी में नीचे धकेल दिया, उसको जैसे मारना चाह रहा, और उसको बहुत नीचे तक प्रेस करता चला गया. जस्ट इमेजिन जैसे फ्लॉयड कि उसकी गर्दन पे टांग रख के उसको सांस लेने का मौका दिया गया, उसने भी was screaming. So like in a similar situation, that gentleman was screaming, crying. लेकिन पानी था, obviously if he has to open his mouth, most of the water would have gone in. Suddenly he starting, उसका रंग जो है वो नीला होना शुरू हो गया due to the breathlessness. सुकरात ने उसको पानी में से बाहर निकाला। तो सबसे पहले उसने बाहर पानी से निकल के एक लंबा सांस लिया। सुकरात ने उससे पूछा, नाउ अब बताओ दोस्त कि जब तुम डूब रहे थे, जब तुम मर रहे थे, तुम्हारी सबसे बड़ी ख्वाहिश क्या थी? तो उस दोस्त ने कहा, मेरी एक ही ख्वाहिश थी, एयर, ब्रीथ, ऑक्सीजन। सुकरात ने उसको कहा, दोस्त यही वो बर्निंग डिजायर है। जब तक ये बर्निंग डिजायर तुम्हारे अंदर पैदा नहीं होगी, यू कैन नेवर सक्सीड। चाहे जितनी मर्जी बकेट लिस्ट रख लो, जितने मर्जी ड्रीम अपने सामने रख लो, जब तक बर्निंग डिजायर पैदा नहीं होगी, यू विल नेवर अचीव दोज गोल्स, यू नेवर अचीव दोज ड्रीम्स, दे विल रिमेन एज daydreams and nightmares for you. वो जो दिन के ख्वाब होते हैं ना, वो नाइटमेयर पे बन जाते हैं. So please look into this aspect, that burning desire to success अपने अंदर पैदा करिए. Now what is important, set goals. अब आपने क्या करना है? Now this is something we are getting into practical aspect. अब आपने गोल सेट करने हैं जी. देखें गोल क्या चीज है? आपकी गोल्स, आपकी जो विश लिस्ट सामने बन के आ गई है. This is what you want to achieve. Now अब आपने उनको गोल देना है. So goals क्या होते हैं? They are called smart goals. अब स्मार्ट क्या है? Let me show you, and I'm sure you all know this. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time bound. You all know this. मैं बहुत ज्यादा इसके ऊपर डिस्कशन नहीं करूंगा because of the paucity of the time. लेकिन make sure जब आप गोल सेट कर रहे हो, they should be short term goals. अब शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स आपके क्या होने चाहिए? These are the goals which from day 1 to 6 up to 6 month तक के जो गोल हैं, they should be defined as short term goals. अब आपके मिड टर्म गोल्स क्या हैं? मिड टर्म गोल्स आपके ये हैं कि जो है 6 मंथ से लेके 2 साल तक के जो आपने अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जो हासिल करने हैं, वो है दैट इज मिड टर्म गोल. देखिए, अगर आप इफ यू आर अ स्टूडेंट, इफ यू आर समवेयर इन द मिडल ऑफ योर क्वालिफिकेशन, तो जस्ट सेट अ गोल कि यार अपने 2 सालों में या 1 साल में मैंने अपनी क्वालिफिकेशन मुकम्मल करनी है. दिस इज अ गोल, राइट? अब ये स्मार्ट भी है कि आप कहते हो कि स्पेसिफिक है जी, आई वांट टू क्वालिफाई विद इन 2 इयर्स. नाउ स्पेसिफिक, measurable भी हो गया, the time allocated it is attainable because you are already in this. Relevant भी है आपके प्रोफेशन से, you are already into it. Time bound भी है कि you have allocated a right time frame जिसको आप चेक कर सकते हो और measure कर सकते हो. So in a mid-term goal, अगर आपने if you are focused on improving your qualification or achieving your qualification or certification or whatever you are thinking about, so set your goals. So long-term goals on a similar basis, what you want to achieve on the long-term basis, anything beyond 2 years, anything, maybe marriage after 5 years from here on, maybe a gadi within 3 years, maybe a house within 10 years, so on and so forth. These are the things. Just list them down. Just list them down. और अपनी आंखों के सामने इन गोल को रखिए और मेक श्योर जो भी आप गोल सेट करें, शॉर्ट टर्म, मिड टर्म, लॉन्ग टर्म, एज एन अकाउंटेंट यू नो वेरी वेल कि जी शॉर्ट टर्म, मिड टर्म, लॉन्ग टर्म क्या है, उनको कैसे बनाना है. बस उनको स्मार्ट गोल्स में कन्वर्ट कीजिए. मेक ए लिस्ट अपनी दीवार के ऊपर, अपने लैपटॉप के ऊपर, अपने कंप्यूटर के ऊपर, किसी भी जगह पे पेस्ट इट. That should keep you reminding every day that this is what I am here to achieve. So this is your objectives. Every morning you have to question yourself, what is my progress, what I have done, what I have achieved, where I am lagging, what I need to do and how I have to do. So goal setting की एक और technique है which is very common और वो उसको कहते हैं 5 W's and 1 H. What, why, when, where, who. आपको क्यों गोल सेट करना चाहते हैं, कब करेंगे, कैसे करेंगे, कौन करेगा और हाउ कैसे अचीव होएगा. So these are the usual techniques which are used in setting smart goals. So give me a hands up that you will agree and do work on this and set smart goals for yourself. जिन लोगों के पास already they have smart goals on a similar pattern, they can raise their hand so I can take a sip of water. Okay, quite a knowledgeable audience we have. I'm sure they are doing fine. Congratulations on tamam doston ko, those who are following these guidelines and the principle in life. And I'm sure and I guarantee that you have a great career and success in your future life. Now, how to climb the corporate ladders. अभी तक तो हम बहुत सारी अफसानी बातें कर रहे थे. जुबैदा आपा के तो टिप ही नहीं आए कि जी हमने मैनेजर से लीडर बनना कैसे है. बहुत सारे आप दोस्त सोच रहे होंगे कि ये कैसी स्टोरी टेलिंग हो रही है. Is it the fact? What do you think? क्या ये सारी स्टोरीज, ये सारा केस सिनेरियो जो मैंने बिल्ड किया है, that was helpful, it was useful, was it relevant to the topic? Please raise your hand. Okay. Acha ji, let's understand how many of you are the managers and how many of you are the leaders. I don't know how you will tell me that who is manager and who is leader here. And I'm sure you all understand the difference between the manager and leader. But let me understand who is the manager and who is the leader. All are managers. Okay, managers to leaders. So it's a long journey. Okay, we have plenty of time. How much time we have left? 4 o'clock. We still have about 45 minutes to wrap up this session. Now, this is more tricky, most laborious, and most technical thing, which I'm going to share with you. But this is what you need. Inspiration and motivation is on the one side, and I'm sure you are pumped with a lot of inspiration and motivation. So you have the desire to blast, right? Now you have to climb these steps in turn to the director. This is what you want. This is how you see yourself climbing the ladder. Is that? If that is the case, obviously, now director, is that the optimum level you are looking for? Senior manager, this is what you are looking for. Manager, what you are looking for. And wherever you are, place yourself on a position where you are, and now think about where you want to go. So every stage has a different set of mind, different techniques, and different strategies, right? As you move or climb up on the corporate ladder, you definitely have to learn something exceptional. You have to prove something exceptional. Otherwise, in this corporate world is very similar to the African jungle. Someone will come from the down and bypass you. So fittest to survive kind of a thing. You have to show your mental, you have to show your attitude, and you have to demonstrate the behavior, right kind of a behavior, right kind of a mindset to achieve and climb on this ladder. So give me a promise that you will adhere to and follow these instructions. So this session should be most helpful and beneficial for your career growth. That is for your own self. That is for your own betterment. That is for your own well-being. Never ignore it. Never underestimate. Maybe in a 2-hour session, it is very difficult to tell you everything which you need to know. I understand. I may be lacking so many things. I won't be able to share so many things, so many experience and knowledge I have with you. That could be my lacking as well. But you know, when we interact in a physical session, we actually involve people in a question, and that gives us a real idea that what is the level of the audience, what they really need and what they really want. So we build a case and we involve the audience and take them to that level. So the important thing is to get everyone there. So here I have absolutely no idea that who is who here and what is his or her level right now and where he wants to move up. So please remain focused, pay attention to the detail, keep everything in your mind. Whatever we have discussed, these are not the stories, these are the motivations, and we all need motivations. We cannot live without motivation. Every day we have to get up, we need a motivation. We need a dose of motivation that really help us to move on. What that motivation is coming, you have to identify कि आपके पास वो कौन से motivators हैं that will really help you to move up. Your goals, your financial requirements, your social status, your peers pressure, your family pressure, क्या चीज है ऐसी जिसकी वजह से आपने उस माउंटेन को क्लाइंब करना है, उस लेडर के ऊपर आपने चढ़ना है और अपने आप को कामयाब देखना चाहते हैं. So make sure, feel yourself victorious, make yourself victorious, make yourself a champion that you have done something, you have achieved something. That should be the purpose of this training session, that you have fulfilled your dreams, your aspirations. I know you know all this before, what I have been telling you, You know, the training का मकसद यही है कि you already know this, कि आपको वो सारी चीजें recall करना, आपकी memory में है, archive में, just to bring them in front and to tell you that now this is the time you can do this, you can do this, you can look into this, you can look into this. You can pick and choose and start using that technique. Simple as that. So always spend time on your personal development. Self-improvement is very important. जिन लोगों ने अपनी improvement नहीं की, they are too far behind in this world. They do not exist anymore. We really have to spend time in terms of investment in terms of money, or investment in terms of time, whatever suits you and whatever you can afford. You always have to look into it. Okay, what is your requirement and how you want to go there. So जैसे मैंने पहले कहा कि अल्लामा इकबाल के शेर मोहब्बत मुझे उन जवानों से है सितारों पे जो डालते हैं कमन. So आज आप मेरे वो सारे जवान हैं जिन्होंने आज इंशाल्लाह बढ़ के आगे सितारों पे कमंदें डालनी है और अपने आप को मनवाना है अपना लोहा. आज आपका सेशन मार्क कर लीजिए, 2 साल बाद, 5 साल बाद मेरा कांटेक्ट आपको इसके बाद मिलेगा. जस्ट गिव मी अ बज़ कि अंसार कुरैशी, आपके सेशन अटेंड करने के बाद मेरे अंदर ये चेंज आई. जस्ट गिव मी अ फीडबैक. लेट मी टेल यू, ओनली 2, मैं 5 अब नहीं कह रहा, ओनली 2, आप में से 2 लोगों ने भी मुझे ये कहा थे, उन्होंने आज के सेशन से लर्न करके दे हैव इम्प्रूव्ड देमसेल्फ एंड दे हैव अपनी लेडर के ऊपर, जो कॉर्पोरेट लेडर है, जो उनके गोल्स हैं, जो उनकी बकेट लिस्ट है, दे हैव अचीव्ड इट विद इन दैट टाइम फ्रेम. 2 साल के बाद I will be more than a happy and satisfied person. I am a miser, I'm saying too. I'm sure everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. You all have the potential to do it. You all have the potential. You just need a right direction. Maybe the right environment. शायद जिस environment में आप बैठे हैं, that is not the right environment. That is not a conducive environment. अच्छा जी, अब आपको मैं जरा उस वापस वो पहली स्लाइड के ऊपर ले जाऊं कि जी, whether you want to be a big fish in small pond or a small fish in big pond. हमारे गुरुज ये कहते हैं, मैनेजमेंट के गुरुज ये कहते हैं, लीडर्स ये कहते हैं, if you are the smartest person in the street, if you are the smartest person in the street, अगर आप अपनी गली के स्मार्ट तरीन आदमी हैं या अपने दफ्तर के स्मार्ट वर्कर हैं, प्लीज चेंज दैट गली, अपनी स्ट्रीट को तब्दील कर लीजिए, क्योंकि कुछ अरसे के बाद that will not give you an opportunity to grow. Right? Are you getting my point? जब आपका साइज बड़ा है, आप एक जगह पे बैठे हैं, तो ये ना हो कि आपका 10 साल के बाद ये हो कि 10 years experience, 10 साल आपने जॉब कर लिया है, तो वो कहा ये जा रहा होगा सर्कल में कि 1 year experience repeated 10 times. So make sure कि जब आप काम कर रहे हैं, when you are growing, you must have a versatile kind of an experience and exposure. आपको ऊपर बढ़ने के लिए, ऊपर कॉर्पोरेट लीडर के ऊपर जाने के लिए, that is important कि वहाँ पे लोग क्वेश्चन करते हैं कि हैव यू वर्कड आउट ऑफ योर कंफर्ट जोन, कि अगर आपने फैसलाबाद में पले बड़े हैं, आपकी एजुकेशन फैसलाबाद में है, तो हैव यू एवर बीन रीलोकेटेड? क्या आप लाहौर गए हैं, क्या आप कराची गए हैं? क्योंकि मल्टीनेशनल कंपनीज में कल्चर में दैट डिस्टर्बेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। दे पे वेटेज, उन लोगों को वेटेज देते हैं, प्रेफरेंस देते हैं, दोज हु हैव वर्कड आउटसाइड देयर कंफर्ट जोन। आउटसाइड कंफर्ट जोन मींस आउटसाइड देयर डोमिसाइल्ड एरियाज। अब देखिए, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के कल्चर्स भी हैं। सपोज अगर आप फैसलाबाद में हैं तो कल्चर एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर इन फैसलाबाद इज डिफरेंट, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर in Lahore is slightly different. Organization culture in Karachi is different. Organizational culture in Islamabad is different. When you go to abroad, like Gulf में जाते हैं, वहाँ पे organization culture is different. How flexible, how adaptable you are to work in a different environment, that is very important. So make sure when you work on any culture and when you feel like now you have become a champion, you have become a big fish, and the pound or the jar is smaller to you, now it's time to change, go into a bigger pond, and now think as a small fish and try to become a big fish. If you will remain a big fish in a small pond, your growth, your ability, your knowledge will not add value except to your own, only to your employer, but not to the other one. So every new change requires a new dimension, a new experience, new set of mind. So we need to understand that is important, and that's how it is critical. You should think out of your box and think beyond your foreseeable future, that आपने अपने आप को कैसे फ्रेम करना है और कहाँ देखना है अपने अपने फ्यूचर को. Are you seeing it yourself as a CFO or a director in Faisalabad, CFO director in Lahore, Karachi, Dubai, Asian markets, European markets and American markets? So there is no harm thinking big. Mind की खसूसियत है कि it can achieve anything. Law of attraction यही कहता है, अल्लाह ताला भी यही कहता है, मुझसे मांगो और कोशिश करो. The only thing is think about it and make an effort. So think about it. Do not remain a big fish in small pond. Try to be a small fish in big pond. So your opportunity for growth should remain available to you. Are you getting my point, sir? Okay, aim for the moon. If you miss, you will still land among the stars. Wow. Still very fascinating, huh? Isn't it? Easy to say, but difficult to follow, huh? Difficult to act. But this is life. It's an African jungle. It's a corporate world, my dear. My dear, you have to aim. Every morning when you get up, you have to run faster. Otherwise, someone will overturn you. Someone will grab you and eat you. Okay, Ji. Now, what is common between mind and parachute? It's a question to you. What is common between a mind and parachute? काफी बोर हो गया ना सेशन जी, तो मैं ये देखना चाह रहा था कि कितने लोग हैं those who are alive, active. जी दोस्तों, so what comes to your mind when you see mind and parachute? Mind and parachute, what is common? Is there anything common between the two? We have 75 participants, more than that maybe. But how many of you are active? Are you active listener? So who is listening? Who is listening? Anyone? So only 2 persons are listening. Okay. Mind is like a parachute. It works best when open. दोस्तों, मैंने कहीं पढ़ा है कि जो माइंड है ना, जो माइंड ब्रेन is a wonderful organ. Wonderful organ. It can work 24/7. 24 घंटे काम करने की सलाहियत है इस दिमाग में. हम जो रात को ख्वाब देखते हैं, एक्चुअली वो माइंड एक्टिविटी है. That means our mind is active and alive. So brain is a wonderful organ which can work 24/7. लेकिन बहुत सारे हमारे जो एम्प्लॉयर्स दोस्त हैं, बिजनेसमैन हैं, ओनर्स हैं, वो ये समझते हैं कि एम्प्लॉयज का दिमाग जो है वो काम करना बंद हो जाता है the moment they enter in the office. Is it the case with you? What do you think, sir? Is it the case with you? Your mind stops working the moment you enter in the office. So keep your mind open. My emphasis is keep your mind open. Always. You will learn. Okay, who is packing your parachute? There's a very interesting story going on with this. It's a story of an American fighter pilot. ये अमेरिकन फाइटर पायलट जॉन साहब अपनी लाइफ स्टोरी में बताते हैं, अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करते हैं लोगों के साथ. वो कहते हैं, आई वाज ऑन ऑफिशियल ड्यूटी इन वियतनाम, वियतनाम 60s की वियतनाम वॉर. And on one such mission, he said his plane got hit and he ejected. He ejected from the aeroplane, from the jet, and landed safely on the ground. But that was not a luck. खुशकिस्मती की देवी ने उसके ऊपर एक दफा तो स्माइल किया when his life was saved, when he jumped out of the aeroplane and opened the parachute and landed on the ground. But when he landed on the ground, he landed in the enemy's camp. Oh, what a bad day. Right? The good part, the bad part. So he was captivated. He was made the prisoner of war, and he remained the prisoner of war for about 5 years. And one fine morning, he was released from the prison. He returned back to the USA and now shared his story that one day he was sitting in a restaurant that a gentleman and a mid-aged black man, Negro, came. Are you John Wellbright? He said, yes, I am John, but how do you know? I saved your life. How come you saved my life? Because I packed your parachute. The pilot said, that day I realized every time when we enter in the aeroplane, we do not even bother to know that who the hell that sailor man is who packs our parachute and what is the importance of that parachute. That day I realized that he is the angel that who not only saved my life, but he is doing parachuting, packing for everyone and saving lives, and at the least providing assurance to everyone that he will have same safe eject. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important in the corporate world when you are moving up, that who is packing your parachute, who is helping you to move up on the corporate ladder. Do you know who is helping you? Corporate ladder may ladder is a resource. Organization structure may every designation is a step ahead. But in order to move on that step, do you think, do you ever realize that you need to know that who is packing your parachute? Maybe your parents, जो आपके लिए बहुत सारी दुआएं कर रहे हैं. Maybe your family members, they are praying for you. But remember, helping hands are better than praying lips. Helping hands are better than praying lips. So in order to move up on the corporate ladder, दुआ चाहिए आपको, उसके साथ साथ दवा कीजिए. और दवा क्या करनी है कि आपने find someone who can really help you, mentor you, and coach you through your success. हर इंसान को किसी न किसी मेंटोर और गुरु की जरूरत होती है. लेट मी शेयर यू with some basic examples. हम इस तरफ से छोड़ देते हैं. बहुत सारे बिजनेसमैन, they have their own mentors, they have their own coaches. और इसी तरह अगर हम जब स्पोर्ट्स की बात करते हैं तो we know that so many sports athletes, they have their coaches, they have their mentors. Why these top athletes need a mentor? Why these need a coach? Because they know they have the value, they have the importance in their way to achieve the success. Let me share an example. Roger Federer, the famous tennis star, my favorite tennis player for now more than 20 years. What a player, what a champion, what a leader he is. He is not playing without a coach. 18-time Grand Slam winner. What do you think? Does he need a coach who needs to tell him that how to play shot like this, how to play shot like this, how to smash it, how to serve it, and how to maintain a fitness? Because this is what he has been doing for 20 years. But still, he knows the importance of a mentor. He knows the importance of a coach. Rafael Nadal has a coach, Novak Djokovic has a coach, and they know these gentlemen are really helping them to maintain their position at the top. It is easy to climb the mountain, but it is very difficult to remain stable for a very long period of time on that mountain. That is the key. You can reach it, but you have to maintain it. You have to maintain your position at that level, at that mountain level. And then at that point in time, you need help with the mentor that will give you a pointer, that will give you a help in every adversity, in every problem or every difficulty you are facing. So choose your friends, choose your mentors, choose your coach wisely. They are very important and critical on the road to your success. Now, are you ready to take off? Wow. Okay जी, अब हमने अपने सेशन को जो है वो डिवाइड किया है good, better or great manager. So how to become a good manager? So are you ready to take off to become a good manager? Check your ego at the door. हमारे यहाँ ego सबसे बड़ा मसला है जो हमें आगे बढ़ने नहीं देती. So we have to put that ego aside. The easy way, if I tell you how to get rid of this ego thing, just forget about the E and just enjoy the go. check your go at the door and move on and on and on. Forget about the E part and go, go, go. And that will take you and determine your horizon. Learn how to listen to others. Listening is very important skill. I am telling you, and every leader must have a good listening skill. He must have a good ears, a good brain, somewhere in the middle. So whatever he is listening, he does process that. And then when he speaks through mouth, all three actions are done. So listening is very important. Pay attention to the details. That is very important in a way when you are moving up scale. Honor your agreement and deadlines. Absolutely, that is for under promise, over deliver, under promise, over deliver. That should be your habit. So cultivate it. That should be your habit. Never overcommit. Do not make false promises. Do not commit such things or deadlines which you cannot achieve, which you cannot deliver. That is in the interest of your professional well-being. Take on project outside of your comfort zone. Very important. If you are doing the same thing which you have been doing as a manager, so probably you will not gain much. Now you have to volunteer yourself, raise your hand, tell your boss, that boss, I am here, give me a project. I will tell you, I will show you how I can do it. That is very important, that you volunteer yourself. So keep your ego in check, listen, honor your agreements, promise, and words. That is very important. And the work that takes you out of comfort zone. Out of comfort zone means it's not just a place. Out of comfort zone means never think about 9 to 5 job. If you're working, forget about the time. Bill Gates ne kaha tha, when I'm working, I do not look around the clock. It is not a clock, it is a lock. So जब आप काम कर रहे हैं तो forget about that. वो आपको अगर 9 to 5 mind recall करता रहेगा, you will not achieve your deadlines, you will not achieve something which is important and urgent. So that is important. So try to understand the difference between important and urgent matters. That will really help you. That will help you to groom in a best way to take a cockpit position or a driving seat in the corporate community. Now, how to go from manager to leader? Now, good to better. Good to better. So good to better. So look at that. Constantly ask for feedback. The first step to a leader in your managerial role is encouraging open to feedback. That is very important. Feedback kya hai? Feedback from your peers, manager to manager, leader to leader, from subordinates, from the bosses, from the outside. So that is very important, that you are getting the feedback and you are constantly improving on the basis of the negative feedback. So never imagine that the feedback is negative. Think about the feedback is a pointer that is helpful for you to improve on. So take a feedback as a positive thing, not as a criticism on you. That will really help you change your mindset. So give your people freedom to work. Freedom ये नहीं है, freedom to work. So let them apply their work. ये मत बताइए, don't tell them what to do. Don't tell them how to do. Just tell them what to do. उनको freedom दे दिए. They should work according to their abilities, the best abilities, because allow them to open their mind as well. If you are opening your mind, you are opening your brain. Allow them to open their mind, their brain as well, and give them opportunity to apply their mind on any task, any project, or any work. So they should feel involved, they will feel engaged, and they will feel honored, and they will feel be a part of the team. Play to people's strength. That is very important. All people in your team might not have the same kind of a strength. Just imagine if a Pakistan cricket team is playing, they are playing with 6 batsmen, 6 specialist batsmen. They are not may not be all have equal strengths. Someone may be on the higher scale, someone on the average, and someone on the below average. So make sure your team members are playing according to their strengths and they are delivering you best. And this is your role as a leader to get the best thing out of them. And you should know what their strengths and weaknesses are and make sure they also learn from the weaknesses, they also learn from your feedback and they improve. So do not micromanage. So micromanage, so let them think. We have already discussed the freedom. So don't be a micromanager. If you are a micromanager, that means you are wasting your time, precious time, on a project, on a task, which maybe a subordinate can do it maybe in 1 hour or 2 hours. And if you spend time like 30 minutes in doing this, spending time on managing his behavior, fixing his problems, then obviously you will get in trap. That's a trap. So don't be a micromanager. Think big, bigger picture. Think about the outcome. Give them the task, give them the smart task, and monitor it. Add a purpose to work. That is very important. I mean, give them the work and assign some purpose. That is very important. The objective that what you are achieving, what you are doing, what you will achieve. You're telling your employees, you're telling your subordinates that what you are achieving, what you are doing, it has a purpose and it will have such kind of a benefit to the organization. So make sure when they are aligned to a purpose, they perform well. So when you will leave them without a purpose, I mean, their focus will derail and they will not perform to their usual best. So that is very important. Focus on developing your people. That is very important as you are, taking part in this training session. So make sure your subordinates should also spend some time in similar such training sessions, whether internal training sessions or external training session, in-house or any planned training session. But as a leader, let me tell you, as a leader, it is your responsibility to make sure that you provide them good opportunity of your own experience, sharing your own experience. You can coach them, you can mentor them, you can help them. That is very important. Now, as a leader, it is your responsibility to take the ownership. Whatever your team is doing, whether good, whether bad, you take the responsibility, you take the ownership that your team has performed and correct them wherever possible. But at the same time, do not pass the blame on your team members. In this process, they will get disheartened, they will feel dejected, they will feel isolated, they will not feel comfortable, and they will not put a real effort in the work you need to perform. So these are the things when you do. So this is just about changing your shoes. I mean, changing your position. Now you are becoming a leader. Now from manager to leader, now you have to look a bigger picture. When you have to look a bigger picture, you are improving yourself, you are improving your teams as well. That is key. So please, in the process, a good manager, a good leader is the one who produces more good leaders. If you still feel difficulty in becoming a better manager or a leader, let me share you a quote. If you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. Whatever you are doing, make sure you are moving ahead. So that is very important. Your progress should be on the right path, in the right direction. So that will really help you. Never stall, never stop, never compromise. How to become a better leadership? Okay, sky is the limit. कहते हैं ना, good is the enemy of great. If you are settled with a good leader, as a good manager, obviously you cannot become a great leader. So good is the enemy of great. Good is the enemy of great, I am telling you. Please keep it in mind. Never settle for an average score. Go for an extraordinary thing, right? You know your talent and you can do it, you can achieve it. What to do is start by understanding your leadership style. Okay, now that is very important. Leadership style, देखें जी क्या है आज की दुनिया में situational leadership styles हैं. We all now talk about these leadership situational styles. वो क्या हो सकते हैं जी? वो क्या है? Autocratic, bureaucratic, democratic and laissez-faire. These are the four major styles आजकल leadership के styles. I'm sure you understand it. अपना understand करें कि what is your leadership style. ठीक है? Make perfect it, understand it, and use it to the good effect. Every situation, हर situation में एक style use नहीं किया जा सकता, इसीलिए that is why we call it, make it a situational style. So चारों style on all four the quarters, you must learn, you must know, and use the best leadership style according to the need and requirement of the situation. Now, encourage creativity. Wow. Now you have to be creative yourself. Now encourage creativity. Take ideas from the people. Think about, tell them the problem. Problem solving is my top 5 traits. So problem solving is a sub part of creativity. So in creativity, when it comes to the creativity, so that automatically solves problems, right? So encourage creativity. Never ever stop the process of thinking in your teams among the people. Let them think on their own feet. So they should come up with the ideas that how the best results can be achieved by adopting anything like this. बिल गेट से एक दफा पूछा कि तुम अपना जो सबसे लंबा और मुश्किल जो टास्क है वो किसको असाइन करते हो? तो कहता है कि जी जो ऐसे मुश्किल और सख्त टास्क होते हैं वो मैं अपने ऑफिस के जो सबसे लेजी तरीन लोग होते हैं उनको देता हूँ. कहता है वो क्यों? वो इसलिए कि वो उसका कोई ना कोई आसान तरीका सोच लेते हैं. बिकॉज दे आर मोर क्रिएटिव, राइट? इफ दे आर लेजी सो इट मीन्स they finish their job on time or maybe earlier than that, but they are creative. They know how to do the work more creatively, how to do a work differently by saving time, energy and resources. Serve as a role model. Now you are a leader and you have to act like a leader. Don't try to be a friend of friends. Make sure you are a role model. People should follow you, they should copy you. Let me tell you, they will only work with you when they like you. So make sure you are their first role model. Be passionate. Obviously, nothing to say much about that. Listen and communicate effectively. Have a positive attitude. That is very important. Positive attitude is like a positive energy. If you carry a positive energy, your team will outperform everyone. And we know it, that how the people with positive mind frames, they really transform their organizations, or they transforms their functions, or they transform their roles. I mean, in every organization, we know that how some people in the organization, they better because they have a positive energy, the positive frame of mind, so they outperform the other players, those who are still thinking about should I do it, or why should I do it? If someone else can do it, so let him do it. So these are the reasons. I mean, you should have to get rid of them. Motivate your followers, offer rewards and recognition. Carrot and stick. Carrot and stick. That is very important. Carrot and stick. I'm telling you, अपने हाथ में एक स्टिक ले ले और एक कैरेट ले ले. जहां पे भी है आपको कैरेट का इस्तेमाल करना है. Give it as a reward, incentive, or stick wherever you need to amend the behaviors of the people, or you have to remind them. That is important. Keep trying new things. नए skills आप खुद भी सीखिए, लोगों को भी सिखाइए. Keep them engaged, keep them focused, and they will perform. These 5-6 tips बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है. Very simple, but make a note of it, note it down, remember them. So use them, practice them daily basis के ऊपर. At least make a target that you will at least do or develop one such skill. Just take an example. Start by understanding your leadership. So start reading about what is leadership style and what is your leadership style, and then act according to that. What the best leadership style according to the situation, analyze the situation, and then use your leadership style according to that, because you are the problem solver. You have to solve the problem. Now you have to take a decision. When you are facing with the problem, you have to take a decision, because you are a decision maker. So that is very important. When you are solving problem, you understand the problem, you know your style, you know your people, you know what the decision is, and what is the importance of that decision at the right time. So please look into this. So how to become a great leader? Really, we are reaching almost to the fag end of our presentation, and I think this is the last, if not last, the second last slide. I am sure you guys are all with me. Are you? Are you with me? Okay. How managers become great leaders? जैसे मैंने पहले कहा कि leadership is a skill. So you have to learn a skill, right? If you want to move up, you have to learn a skill. Leadership skill, उसके बाद आपके जो skills हैं, hard skills and soft skills. You have to learn all these skills, very important. Now, this is the research, how to become a transform into a great leader. This is a research done by Harvard Business, right? Harvard Business study पढ़ी होगी कहीं ना कहीं. Now it's the time to change your mind. Now you cannot be a specialist. Now specialist to generalist. No, you are not a specialist cost accountant. You are not a specialist bookkeeper. You are not a special manager accounts. You are not a specialist manager account. You are not a specialist manager taxation. No. Think about it. An attitude of journalist. Journalist क्या है? Like just physician doctors होते हैं ना, jack of all trades. Now you have to understand every aspect. As a leader, every other role and function is now reporting to you. So you have to understand all these roles. Do not remain confined or limited to the specialist role. Think outside it and learn other areas of specialties. So when you will have more specialities in your personality, you will become a journalist. So when you will become a journalist, you will be acceptable person that who has more knowledge, more experience to address the problems, because leadership is all about addressing problems, right? So if you are a specialist, only a specialist, special purpose complaint will come to you for redressal. But if you are a generalist, so many complaints, so many problems, you will be able to solve it. So think about it, broaden your horizon, broaden your canvas, think about the knowledge you have to gain about the every field or every area which fall under your domain. Okay, analyst to integrator, right? Now you do not need to analyze as a manager. Yes, you are analyzing what the problem is, but your job is over. Once you identify your problem, you forward your report, your job as an analyst of the problem is solved. That is done. But now you have to integrate what the problem is, from where it is coming, and what are the solutions, how to do it. You have to integrate the problems, you have to find the solution, and you have to jump into it. That is the key. That is the key area which is required from the top leadership. So learn about these basic mindsets. आज अगर आप इनके ऊपर नहीं काम करेंगे तो I am sure someone from the African world will come and take you over. So never give a room, never give a place to anyone. Be focused, be motivated, keep running, keep getting knowledge, adding value, adding value, adding value. Tactician to strategist. Oh, wow. What a thing. So when we do a certain role, when we are into a certain function, we are a tactician. Whether you are doing bookkeeping, taxation, but Do you really involve in the strategies? Are you making the strategies for the organization? What is our HR strategy? What is our finance strategy? What is our payroll strategy? What is our procurement strategy? So think about it. Think back at the organizational level. What are the strategies which really help? And then tacticians and operational part is just a functional part. It's a day-to-day kind of a thing. Strategies is a long-term vision. Your annual budget might be, उसके बाद आप subdivide कर दें, half-yearly budgets, quarterly budgets, monthly budgets, weekly budgets, but whatever is there, make sure you are at the strategic level. So your role should evolve as a strategist, not as a tactician. कि जी आपने काम करना है. No, get the work done. This is the role of a manager, a good leader is to get the things done by the people who are reporting to you. Get things done, control it, strategize it, change it, review it. Bricklayer to architect. Wow. Again, think a bigger picture of the organization. Are you just a bricklayer, just bricking your own room, your own compartment, your own department, or you are an architect? Think about it. Maybe this kind of a strategy does not work in certain kind of an environment, in a certain kind of a culture, in a certain kind of an area, but these are the international requirements. You have to look and understand your own cultural phenomena. Wherever you are working, you have to understand this, what is there and what is important. And within that frame of mind, whatever the powers you can grab, try to get those problems, get your problems solved. That is very important. No, bricklayer to architect, problem solver to agenda setter. Now, if you have been solving problems, now it's the time to set agenda. Keep the people rolling. Tell them what to do, how to do, when to do, where to do, who should do, what should he do. That is important. What is required as an agenda setter? Lead people by example. Warrior to diplomat. Now, you are not a warrior. जब आप अपने डिपार्टमेंट में तो you defend कि जी वहाँ से आ रही है कॉल, वहाँ से कंप्लेंट आ रही है, वहाँ से आ रही है. So never try to be a warrior. Do not defend yourself. You are not in a war room anymore. Now you are a diplomat. You have to resolve the thing. You have to solve the problems. You have to get control of everything which is falling under your domain. So warrior to diplomat, that is very important. This is the Harvard study, and I'm sharing it with you. Very few people in Pakistan have the knowledge about this. Just keep it as my gift to you, as my gift to the people, lovely people, beautiful people of Faisalabad, PIPFA branch. So that will really help you and understand what the message is. So, दोस्तों बात ये है, ज़हन में रखिएगा, what is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? Just extra. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just an extra. So make sure that extra is with your ordinary self. Add that extra with your ordinary self, and I'm sure no one is going to stop you. And let me remind you that the road to success is always under construction. If you still have all the dreams, if you have all the smart goals, if you have all the wish list, if you have the burning desires, the road to success is not as easy, and perception is entirely different. Reality is a different ball game. We have to understand, we have to live with that. And with that, I am giving you a word of caution that these traps can also get you when you are moving up. So in this case, avoid. Now, all other good, better, and best, and a great leader, you all have to do. They were the do's. Now, don'ts, traps. These are the traps. They will drag you. They will drag you down. Falling behind the learning curve, never stop learning. If you have achieved certain level, your status, whatever you want to achieve, and if you have achieved it by the grace of God and with your effort, extraordinary effort, so never stop learning. लर्न इल्म हासिल करें गोल से लेके गोल तक, चाहे वो हार्ड स्किल्स हैं, सॉफ्ट स्किल्स हैं, स्टोरीज हैं, इंस्पिरेशनल स्टोरीज हैं, व्हाटएवर, बिकमिंग नेवर बिकम आइसोलेटेड. बहुत सारे मैनेजर्स हमने देखा है जब वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बड़े लेवल पे प्रमोट होते हैं तो वो अपने आप को आइसोलेट कर लेते हैं. उनके जो पेयर्स होते हैं वो नीचे रहते हैं, वो समझते हैं मैं हूँ, तगड़ा हो गया हूँ, नो आई एम बिग गन, बिग शॉट, मेरा इन लोगों के साथ नहीं होना. सो दे बिकम इन सेल्फ आइसोलेशन. अपनी 1.5 इंच की मस्जिद नहीं बनानी. अगर आपने 1.5 इंच की मस्जिद बनाई तो यू विल बी लेफ्ट अलोन. याद रखिए एचआर के लोग, दे आर टेकिंग नोटिस. हर जगह पे कैमरास लगे हुए हैं. दे आर टेकिंग गुड व्यूज ऑफ योर एक्टिविटीज. सो मेक श्योर never become isolated. Remain a part of your team as you move up, because you are not a warrior. Now you are a moderator. Now keep it in mind. Coming in with the answer. Nobody has the answer to all the bloody questions. Even I do not have, even the Einstein does not have the answers of every questions which come. We have to understand this limitation, and we have to understand that we cannot give answers. Instead of giving a wrong answer, false answer, please look for the time, ask for the time, and give your best answer in the fitting manner. Sticking with the existing team too long, obviously that's a problem, real problem in our culture, in Pakistani culture, when you move up the corporate ladder. So many people in your team, they do not work and remain loyal with you. So there is always a feeling of hatred, annoyance, and jealousy. So in order to culminate these kind of negative emotions from your organization, from your department, it is better that you now start building your own team. So, go back. My top 5 team building is still there. So keep it in mind. Team building is very important. So new team building, if you can build from the existing team, that is good. But remember, good team is always desired. Attempting too much, do not try to do everything as a manager. Volunteer wherever you can. Be careful when you volunteer yourself. You cannot do everything. You do not have answers to everything. You do not have time, unlimited time at your disposal. Everyone has only 24 hours a day, and you are a human being. You have to have some time to take rest, enjoy your time with the family. So make sure your work priorities are there, your family priorities are there, your personal priorities are there. Make sure you complete them. Being captured by the wrong people. So when you grew up on the corporate ladder, बहुत सारे हासद, बहुत सारे jealous लोग, बहुत सारे unwanted लोग आपके ग्रुप में शामिल होना चाहते होंगे जो ये नहीं चाहते कि that you should excel in your profession or in your career. So be aware of those people. Keep them isolated, stay away from them, and remain with the positive people, and remain with the positive energy and frame of mind. Falling prey to successor syndrome, हमें पाकिस्तान में ये रहता है कि जो मेरा subordinate है वही ना मेरी टांगे खींच रहा हो. This is true to some extent, yes. कि ऐसा होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कि जब इस किस्म की चेंज होती है मैनेजरियल लेवल के ऊपर, पता चलता है नीचे से लोग टांगे खींच रहे होते हैं. तो be aware of them and control them effectively as a manager, obviously as a leader. जहाँ आपके दोस्त हैं वहाँ आपके दुश्मन भी हैं. So try to remain vigilant and effective. Now, sir, I have come to the end of my presentation. Now the house or a forum or the session is open for question and answers. I will be happy to take any question which comes to your mind, but just make sure your question is short, to the point, and it should be a question, not a statement. Remember, the answer is smart, but the question is genius. So you are all genius who will be asking the question. So feel free, as a genius, you are asking me the question, and I will try to be smart to answer your question. So what are your questions? Can I have the questions, please? We have 5 minutes. So if anybody has a question which is coming to his or her mind, please raise your hand
Just raise your
and open
hand.
your mic. No question is coming up. Like, I'm sure you guys are really very obedient audience, and you really enjoyed this. Am I right to understand? Am I assuming right? Did you enjoy this? Your feedback is very important to us. I'm sure that will determine my next interaction with PIPFA. If you like it, I will be more than happy to actually meet with you. My first preference and option would be physically. लेकिन अगर फिजिकली नहीं भी हो सका तो ऑब्वियसली अगर ये चीज़ें इसी तरह कोविड-19 में चलती रही तो आई वुड बी more than happy to help you on moving to the next scale. So with that, I give the control back to Abdul Salam sir. Sir, this control is back to you, and now it's over to you. And thank you very much. Keep rocking, keep enjoying, stay safe, stay home. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
क्वेश्चंस जो हैं वो तो सारे अरसान के पास हैं।
Arsalan, do you have the questions? Actually, okay, the question which has popped out, that is emotional intelligence. Okay. First understand what is the intelligence. IQ है. What is your IQ? लोग पूछते हैं ना, that is a quotient. That is your intelligence quotient. अब आप जिस भी फील्ड में प्रोफेशन में हैं, जो भी आपके ग्रेड्स हैं, डिग्रीज हैं, मार्क्स हैं, जो भी नंबर्स हैं, that now determines your IQ level in that particular subject, right? That is your IQ. Now, ये तो हो गई एक बात. अब ये जो IQ है, ये क्यों जरूरी है कि you need a job in a particular department, in a particular organization to perform a particular function or role. For an accountant, you must have some reasonable qualification, whether BCom, MCom, MBA, ICMA, PIPFA, CA, CPA, CIMA, whatever. So you must have a reasonable. And that degree, जो भी उसके ऊपर grades हैं, numbers हैं, that is showing your IQ to the employers. Employers को ये पता चल रहा है कि यार इसने ये सब्जेक्ट पढ़ लिए हैं, ये इसने देख लिए हैं, इसने पास कर लिए हैं, ये उसके ग्रेड्स हैं, ये इसका IQ है, किसी में ज्यादा A है, B है, A स्टार है, C है. So he knows it and he understands कि यार he has the basic skill and ability to perform this function well. मतलब मैंने अगर सिविल इंजीनियर रखना है तो जब तक कोई इंजीनियर नहीं होएगा मैं उसको सिविल इंजीनियर को तो नहीं रखूंगा. अगर मेरे पास सिविल इंजीनियर की पोस्ट के लिए इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर अप्लाई करता है तो मैं इसलिए नहीं रखूंगा कि उसने इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग की हुई है. तो मेरा काम सिविल है तो मैंने ये देखना है कि उसके सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का एक्सपीरियंस होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दैट इज IQ. अब आते हैं इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस. इमोशंस क्या है जी? इमोशंस क्या है? ये हमारी सोच है. ठीक है, ये जो भी हमारी जो सोच है ना, ये दैट ट्रांसलेट्स, ये आते हैं, इमोशंस आते हैं दिमाग से. ये दे ट्रांसलेट्स इनटू ईदर आवर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस और वर्ड्स. हमारा जो दिमाग सोचता है वही हमारी जुबान बोल रही है. अगर मेरा दिमाग सोच रहा है और मेरी जुबान बोल रही है तो क्या हुआ? ये एक एक्टिविटी है. ये इमोशंस है, राइट? अब ये वर्ड्स जो हैं, ये जो हमारी सोच है वो हमारे वर्ड्स या इमोशंस हैं. हमारे जो बिहेवियर्स हैं वो हमारे फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन, जो स्माइली स्माइली देखते हैं, ये होते हैं हैप्पी, सैड, सीरीन. ये सारे हमारे इमोशंस हैं. 30-35 किस्म के हैं. अच्छा, इसमें जो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है, इसको उन्होंने 4 खानों में तकसीम किया. इट हैज बीन डिवाइडेड इनटू 4 क्वाड्रेंट्स. उसमें वो कहता है कि सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, आपको अपने बारे में कितना पता है, अपने आप के बारे में कितने सेल्फ अवेयर है कि आपको कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो आपको गुस्सा दिलाती है, कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो आपको पुरसुकून करती है, कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो आपको खुशी देती है, कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो आपको गम देती है. ये इमोशंस के हवाले से है. वर्क के ऊपर हम चले जाएं तो हम ये कहते हैं कि यार आप अपने बारे में कितने सेल्फ एश्योर्ड हो कि आपको ये पता है कि जो आप काम कर रहे हैं आप इसको ठीक तरह से कर रहे हैं और आप इसको बेहतर कर सकते हैं। दिस इज व्हाट योर सेल्फ बिलीव, योर सेल्फ असेसमेंट एंड योर स्कोर है आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग का अपने बारे में, कि आप अपने बारे में योर सेल्फ अवेयरनेस अपने बारे में कितनी है, अपने आप को कितने अच्छी तरीके से जानते हैं। वो लोग जो अपने आप को अच्छी तरह जानते हैं वो अपने इमोशंस को कंट्रोल करते हैं, वो अपने काम को कंट्रोल करते हैं अपनी इस इंटेलिजेंस की वजह से। दूसरा है मैनेजमेंट। जब आपको ये पता है कि वो कौन से ट्रिगर्स हैं जिससे मेरे इमोशंस खराब हो सकते हैं, तो आपने क्या करना है, उन इमोशंस को अवॉइड करना है। दैट इज अ टेक्निक, उसको कहते हैं सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट। सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट अब आपने कर ली तो ये आपका इनर पार्ट मुकम्मल हो गया। अब कहते हैं कि जी एक आउटर पार्ट है, पूरी दुनिया बसी हुई है। अब आप लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, आप फैमिली में रहते हैं, आप पेरेंट्स के साथ रहते हैं, आप फैमिली के साथ, वाइफ है आपकी, आपके बच्चे हैं, आपके बहन भाई हैं, कजन्स हैं, रिश्तेदार हैं, मोहल्लेदार हैं, पूरी कम्युनिटी। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड सोशल सोशल अवेयरनेस, कि आप हर आदमी को नहीं जानते। अब आप अपने आप को जानते हो, लेकिन अब आप जब दूसरे आदमी से मिलते हो तो ये जरूर ज़हन में रखें कि उसकी लाइकिंग और डिसलाइकिंग्स क्या है, उसकी प्रेफरेंसेस क्या है। ठीक है। अब आप फर्ज करें, मैं अपने बॉस के साथ अगर आप काम करते हैं, अगर वो बॉस जो है आपका, उसका रूड एटीट्यूड है, बिहेवियर है, तो अब आप उसके पास जाके लतीफे आप उसको नहीं सुनाते। ठीक है, आप उसके साथ जोक्स क्रैक नहीं करते, आप टू द पॉइंट बात करते हैं, क्योंकि नाउ यू हैव रियलाइज्ड व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ सोशल मैनेजमेंट, सोशल रिलेशनशिप क्या है, कि उस आदमी का ये माइंड ही नहीं है। वेयर एज कि दूसरा कोलीग आपका है विच इज ओपन फ्रेंडली, जिसके साथ आप फिल्म देख सकते हैं, जा सकते हैं, इंजॉय कर सकते हैं लाभ, उसके साथ आपका सोशल जो है इन्वायरमेंट और सोशल अट्रैक्शन और जो सोशल इंटरेक्शन है, इंटीमेसी है, वो डिफरेंट लेवल की है। सो हमें क्या समझना है कि दूसरा आदमी, द अदर पर्सन उसकी क्या सोच है, वो हमारे बारे में क्या सोच रहा है और अपने क्या ख्यालात रखता है। फर्ज करें मैं एक बात कहूंगा तो मुझे ये सोचना है कि वहां से रिस्पॉन्स क्या आएगा। ठीक है, तो मैं बात ही ऐसी ना करूं कि जिसका मुझे बुरा रिस्पॉन्स मिले। तो मैंने अपने आप को कंट्रोल करना है, उससे उसको मुझे पता चल गया कि उस बंदे में ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो अपने और उसके रिलेशन को बेहतर करने के लिए जो रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट है वो चौथा क्वाड्रेंट है। इसको हम कहते हैं स्टेपिंग इनटू अदर पर्सन शू। इसको एम्पैथी भी कहा जाता है, कि जब भी आप बात करें आप ये सोचें कि दूसरे आदमी के शू में अपना पाँव डाल के देखें और फिर को फैसला करें। मतलब अगर आप अपनी दरख्वास्त लेके जाते हैं अपने बॉस के पास कि जी मेरी इंक्रीमेंट लगा दें किसी ड्यूरिंग एबनॉर्मल पीरियड ऑफ टाइम फॉर दिस रीजन। अब आप जब आप केस अपना प्लीड कर रहे हैं तो अब आप पहले क्या देखते हैं कि बॉस का मूड कैसा है, आपने क्या अचीवमेंट्स की हैं, व्हाट इज दिस, दिस इज ऑल आपकी आपकी सेल्फ अवेयरनेस और सोशल अवेयरनेस के बॉस के उसमें क्या है। अब आपने जाके अपना केस कैसे प्लीड करना है। अब आप सारी चीजें आप ठीक करके लेके गए हो, वहां अंदर गए हो तो पता चला बॉस की बेगम से लड़ाई हुई है, ये आज का जो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस आया उसमें लॉस आया हुआ है, वो उसके सामने स्टेटमेंट पड़ी है, वो सामने रखा हुआ है, आपने जाके इंक्रीमेंट के उठा के आके सामने रखेगा, ये देखो कंपनी तो आगे नुकसान में जा रही है, तो मेरे से इंक्रीमेंट, व्हाट इज दिस, दिस इज ऑल सोशल मैनेजमेंट। तो इन सारी चीजों को इन शॉर्ट, क्योंकि टाइम खत्म हो रहा है, किसी अगले सेशन में अगर आप इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का इसके ऊपर जिक्र करेंगे, तो बहुत बड़ी फील्ड है। इतना काम हुआ है दुनिया में इस वक्त इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस के ऊपर, आप इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस की इतने आर्टिकल्स मिलेंगे, इतनी बुक्स मिलेंगी, इतना नॉलेज मिलेगा आपको कि आप खुद हैरान और परेशान हो जाएंगे कि हमने ये समुंदर क्यों नहीं देखा इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का। सारी दुनिया में इस वक्त जो काम हो रहा है, लोगों को इमोशनली इंटेलिजेंट करना है, और लोगों के जो स्कोर हैं उनका क्वोशंट जो है, इमोशनल क्वोशंट जो है, इन चारों क्वाड्रेंट, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट, सोशल अवेयरनेस, सोशल मैनेजमेंट, ओवरऑल लोगों के स्कोर क्या है। और मैंने आपसे पहले कहा कि जिन लोगों के EQ, इमोशनल क्वोशंट स्कोर्स इमोशनल स्कोर्स ज्यादा है, दे हैव द चांसेस टू मूव अप। आपने भी ये देखा होगा अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कि यार वो लोग जो जुबान का अच्छा इस्तेमाल करते हैं, अखलाक के अच्छे होते हैं, बातों में होते हैं, आगे बढ़ चढ़ के वॉलंटियर कर रहे होते हैं, वो सारी चीजें, वो सारी तरक्कियां, वो सारे फायदे हासिल कर रहे होते हैं। मे बी सम केसेस किसी ने वो चूना पकड़ा होगा, किसी ने मक्खन पकड़ा होगा, सारी चीजें अपनी, ये शॉर्ट टर्म बेनिफिट्स हैं, एक दफा तो आप ले सकते हो, बट ओवर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम जब आपने लंबी रेस खेलनी है तो ये सारी चीजें उस वक्त काम में नहीं आती। इस सारे सिचुएशन में आपकी लर्निंग जो है वो यही डिटरमिन करती है कि इमोशनली इंटेलिजेंट कितने हैं। There are number of ways to measure emotional intelligence. बहुत सारे charts, फ्री टूल्स भी अवेलेबल है, पेड टूल्स भी अवेलेबल है. आप जाइए, असेसमेंट को क्लिक कीजिए, लिंक लीजिए और अपनी सेल्फ एवेल्युएशन करिए और देखिए कि आप इमोशनल क्वेश्चन में आप वेयर डू यू फॉल. और फिर आप उसके बाद अपने एनालिसिस कीजिए, कैथारसिस कीजिए कि आपकी क्या वीकनेसेस हैं, कौन सी एरियाज हैं विच यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव, एंड देन थिंक अबाउट इट एंड इम्प्रूव दोज एरियाज आपके जो इमोशनल हैं. दुनिया आजकल बात ही इमोशनल कर रही है. आपकी डिग्रियां, आईक्यू, यू हैव डन इट, यू हैव अचीव्ड इट, दैट इज हिस्ट्री. उसके बाद किसी मालिक ने, एम्प्लॉयर ने आपकी डिग्री आपकी फ्रेम करके नहीं लगानी, दैट इज योर परफॉर्मेंस. जितने भी इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंट लोग होते हैं, दे परफॉर्म बेटर बेटर. और उनका प्रोग्रेस रेट जो है, ग्रोथ रेट जो है, दैट इज 85%. सो ओनली 15% हाई अचीवर्स आर हाई आईक्यूज एंड 85% आर हाई ऑन ईआईक्यू. आईक्यू तो ऑब्वियसली है ही क्योंकि वो जॉब की रिक्वायरमेंट पूरी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उनके साथ जो है इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस है. आप देख लें, मतलब अगर आप टीवी पे अगर आप देखते हैं, फर्स्ट करें किसी डॉक्टर का इंटरव्यू सुनते हैं, जो जिसको बोलने का तरीका अच्छा है, जिसके मैनरिज्म अच्छे हैं, जो बातचीत अच्छी कर सकता है, अपना पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बेहतर तरीके से प्लीट कर सकता है, तो ही बिकम्स एन इंस्टेंट सक्सेस. क्योंकि टैलेंट जो है ना, ये भी एक टैलेंट है, आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ता है, डेवलप करने की कोशिश करना पड़ता है. वो डॉक्टर्स दोज हु आर लेस आउटस्पोकन, वो पीछे रह जाते हैं. हमारे यहाँ अकाउंटेंट्स जितने भी हैं वो इंट्रोवर्ट्स हैं. ठीक है, अब आप आपको अंदाजा नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे ये पता है कि यहाँ पे 99% लोग जो हैं वो इंट्रोवर्ट बैठे हुए. ठीक है, आप यू आर स्लो, आप सोशलाइजेशन को बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं करते. ठीक है, आपके जो सोशल है अवेयरनेस, सोशल मैनेजमेंट है, वो बहुत कम है. आप में बहुत कम लोग ऐसे होंगे जो एक्सट्रोवर्ट हैं. तो जो एक्सट्रोवर्ट हैं वो यूजुअली ज़्यादा कामयाबियां हासिल करते हैं. So this is the difference. I hope in a short period of time, that's the only thing which I can explain. But if you have time, we can always discuss it. Any other question? So that's it from my end. Once again, Abdul Salam Sahab, now the control is back to you. Abdul Salam Sahab, the control is back to you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, it's a very, very informative session. And clapping for sir. It's indeed very informative. I am really impressed and appreciate your efforts, and you presented it very well.
Thank you, sir.
Participants,
Thank you.
sir, welcome. Participants can contact after webinar if they have any questions, and the questions
Feel
remain
free. Feel free, sir.
unanswered.
You have my number. You have my number on the screen. That is there.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to close the webinar, and I would like to inform my participants that PIPFA is aware of your professional needs. This is indeed a tough time where we are living nowadays due to COVID-19. And keeping this in mind, we are in constantly organizing such events. So that's why I would like to inform you that inshallah in very near future we will come up with new webinar on budget and taxation of Pakistan, inshallah. So I would like to thank you all the participants, and again my beloved speaker Ansaar Qureshi Saab, and I would expect that inshallah we will organize such an events in near future, inshallah. And in the closing remarks I would also express one thing, that stay at home and adopt precautionary measures, because you know that COVID is spreading in Pakistan at very faster pace. So thank you very much again. Thank you all the participants, all the speakers and team PIPFA. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much, everyone, on the behalf of PIPFA Faisalabad and PIPFA Faisalabad Branch Committee. Thank you so much.